If you're stuck thinking about why you're on earth, this video is for you because I believe everybody has a purpose and everyone should be working in it. So click on that button and watch the rest of this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debelechukwu Anli Okolo and my channel is Talk with the Bell. If you are returning, I'm excited to have you here again. And if this is your first time, we are so excited to have you join this community, and I really do hope this video impacts your life. So for those who are returning, as you can see, my background is a little bit different because your girl graduated. You guys, I am over the top just to think that I am done with my college life, but I give all glory to God because He saw me through. He saw me through. But yes, your girl graduated, and now I'm trying to figure out this next phase called life. And my background over the next few videos would look a little bit different from what you guys have been saying in my past videos, so just bear with me. Thank you so much. So today our video is about this thing called purpose. Purpose. Yes, I had to spell it. Purpose. A lot of people struggle with this, and I didn't know this was a very common conversation or not so common conversation till my last internship, where I had a life coach as a mentor. So before moving any further, let's figure out what the internet has to say about this word called purpose. So according to Google, purpose is the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists, for which it exists. Now, when I was growing up, I always heard for everything created by a creator, there is a purpose for it or for its existence. So when you think about a pen when it was created was to do what? To write. You know, a few days ago, I actually found out that they are erasable pens. But anyways, to write and to do the purpose of writing. Now, imagine a pen came to the world after it's been created and decided to do something else. Then it's going against the will or the purpose for its creation based on its manufacturer. And that's why we are here to talk about this today, because as children of God, we should not be missing the mark when it comes to living the purpose driven life the Lord has for us. So before moving any further, I know I spoke a little bit about my own purpose, and I'm not going to give everything out just yet, but I will mention this because it's going to drive the rest of the story today. So last summer, I had a life coach, and he told me you need to figure out what your purpose is, because it's going to do a lot of things different in your life. You start living more happy, you start having more fulfillment in everything you do. And I was like, wait, oh, hold on. I do have a purpose on this earth. So let's figure out what that was. So after so many talks with this man, I eventually found out that I do have a passion for helping international students, because when I came to school in the US, I realized there were so many things that international students do go through that are not spoken about enough. And this goes beyond the monetary or financial side of things to the psychological side, the mental side, the resources side, and the knowledge side of things. And I'm just like, Lord, I want to do so much more with this, and I need your direction to help me. So now that I've given you a little bit about my own purpose, you need to start thinking about yours. And I'm going to give you 3 major things that helped me as I came to that decision. So are you ready? Let's go on this ride. We saw what a purpose is according to the dictionary, but according to the Bible, the purpose the Lord has for your life is predestined, predetermined, and pre-mapped out. And there's a Bible verse where he talks about, to those who he called, he already predestined. And Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the plan I have for you." When you were in your mother's home, guess what? He already planned out your life. He already gave you your purpose. There is nothing you're going to do when you come on this earth that is going to change that purpose the Lord has for you, which it's literally already set in stone. So don't think you've gone too far doing something against the will of the Lord and then you can't come back to working in a purpose driven life. No, that is a lie from the enemy, and I need you to drop it at the feet of the Lord today, because his purpose for you, nothing can change it. It might just take you a little bit more time, it might just take you a little bit more time to start working in it, but even those at the age of 50 who are just trying to figure out their purpose, God still has enough grace for them to walk in it. So let's go straight into the 3 steps, and I need to stop rambling. Okay, so the first question I need you to ask yourself is, what do I see myself passionate about? Because each person on this earth has a passion in them. It's a fire that is burning. Sometimes you do need fuel to lighten that fire, but it is in you. But then you know what culture does? How sad. Culture culture makes us focus more on pursuing careers, going for promotions, going for more money, and thereby we see ourselves in survival mode instead of making impact or differences on this world. And when you think about the fact that I'm passionate about something but I can't do it because I am more focused on this part of my career life, that is such a sad life to live. Like, it really is a sad life to live, because at the end of the day, we're not called to be on earth for that. We're called to do the assignments that the Lord has given us. So when you figure out what your passion is, it actually takes you one step closer to knowing and like putting a pin to what your purpose on earth is. More on the topic of passion, you think about what you see yourself enjoy, think about what you enjoy doing, what you are pretty good at. The Lord is so sufficient in mercy to not give us a purpose that he actually did not orchestrate us to enjoy. He knows what we love doing. If it is singing in the choir, if it is drawing, if it is helping people, with each of those talents we have in us, he uses it for his glory. And he just really needs us to sit down and realize, wow, I absolutely love doing this. And every time I walk in this talent of mine, a lot of doors are open. So there must be something more to it. And that takes us to the next thing. For finding what your purpose on earth is, you need to reflect. You really need to reflect on, what is that thing that I can do that gives me so much joy, and I really do not need any paycheck or compensation for it. Like, I can wake up every day doing this one thing and not feeling like I'm doing a job, because our purpose on earth, our destiny is not a job but instead an assignment. So waking up every day and not feeling like, this is weighing me down so much, I have to go do this thing because I need to put food on the table. No, it's because I am excited doing this thing that the Lord has called me to do, and I don't need no compensation. And even about the topic of compensation, if you're still trying to figure this thing out, you might take up things like volunteering at church, volunteering at certain places, and just being devoted without any compensation to actually allow the Lord use you big time. There are a lot of pastors, there are a lot of men and women of God that I've seen today that started their ministry from just volunteering in the church, and then the Lord took them from those little skills to several places. And when you think about even talents that the Lord gave to servants in the Bible, for the one person that went to go dig his and keep his in there, nothing came out of it. But when the Lord is able to give you that little and you're able to do a lot with that little, then he's like, yes, I can give you billions and trillions, because the little I gave you, you were a good shepherd of it. So I know you're even going to do great and more mighty things through this more I'm putting and entrusting in your care. So be very open to self-reflecting and also knowing, this thing I can volunteer and be devoted to it without any compensation for me. Now, back to my own purpose of helping international students. It's something I absolutely love doing. I'm saying international students because the yeah, that is my thank you, but it's just something I enjoy doing. I don't think there's any compensation or any monetary value that I can put to it, because I love seeing the smile on their faces. I love hearing how much impact I've had in their life. Trust me, even if it's just one to two to five people, I am able to go all out for them, and that's not something that comes easy for a lot of people. So don't say, oh, because that person, that's their own race, I must run their own race, or that person, they're doing that, let me do the same thing. It might come very easy to that person, but not come very easy to you, because that is not your own line. So you need to figure out what your own purpose on earth is. Now, the third thing is you need to accept failure. I don't know how to say this in a sweet way or a way that will suit our ears, but if you're scared of failure, you're holding yourself back from a lot of things. In figuring out what the Lord has for you, you need to be willing to try several things and be like, yes, I failed in that, is not for me, and go on to the next. Because the more you fail, it's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to also pass it on to those around you, and then move further to that which the Lord has called you. On this matter of failure, people ask me a lot of times, do I regret anything? No, I don't regret anything, because when you feel like, oh, you should have done something different, you're keeping your eyes cast from what is in front of you and what way you can actually move forward, but instead spending so much time on what you can't even go back to control because it has already happened. So no, take failures today as lessons, take it as ways of moving forward and as an opportunity. Because when you fail, for example, I'm trying to figure out what my passion is, and then they tell me to lead a Bible study in church, and I go there and I try teaching, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was not for me. Okay, no, I know teaching is not for me. Or I go and I try to volunteer at the children's church, children's church department of church, and I realize, oh wow, I really do not love working with babies. I mean, I can take care of my own children, but working with other people's children, it might be a lot. Then you know, okay, that's not for me, and you move forward. Then if it goes to something like evangelism, and then you really do enjoy working out and talking to people about Christ and listening to people's stories, and you literally have a gift for listening. The Lord is just starting his work through you, then like you just have to try and give yourself that opportunity to fail. Give yourself that grace, because you know that, okay, I'm doing this with the Lord and he's going to direct me. He's going to direct me wherever I fall. He will lift me up. He said the righteous shall fall 7 times, but what will happen? They will rise up again. So give yourself that grace. And also, there's something Joyce Meyer said. She said, every opportunity you get, be a blessing to others. Because sometimes we really feel like our purpose has to be this one big scale thing. No, it might be as little as giving encouragement or word of affirmations to those around you, those that you see that are probably having a bad day, those that you see are going through hustles or going through life, and then you just being that person to encourage them, to give them hope, to know that, you know, this is not the end. This is really not the end. There is so much more, and the Lord is going to take you through this. That might be yours. So as we go into this world, as we go into our lives, our daily living, let us see it as an opportunity to be a blessing to others. Let us see it as an opportunity to really find out what our purpose is, because the truth is, nobody actually has it all figured out. Nobody has it all figured out. Like, even me, that I'm sitting here and telling you, okay, I know this and this about my purpose. Like, there is still so much potential that I know is in me to even live that purpose more to the biggest scale ever. But then I can't exactly now say that I have it all figured out and expect you, who you're just starting to figure yours out, to feel some kind of way. That isn't even being fair. But everybody's race is different, and I need you to run your own race with the Lord as the finish line to where you're going. Do not compare yourself. The Bible calls those who compare fools. Unfortunately, calls them fools. So I need you to literally just set your eyes on the Lord and ask him to guide you every path of the way. What is that one thing you see that every time you see it, it gets you angry because you believe there should be a solution? That is your passion right there, and follow it. I do not let that fuel be cast down, because for every person on this earth, you were born with a potent. That is, No one had to put it in you. No one had to make it manifest out of you, but then he gave it to you. And I know that once we are able to say, yes, Lord, this is one thing I say is a great way of even making such a difference in your house, in this land of the living, to those around me. It's going to take it to the next scale possible. With that being said, we have come to the end of this video. I really do hope now you have a new view on life, on how you should be living, the purpose to which the Lord has brought you on earth. It might be the smallest things, but if you think back to those things that people always tell you, wow, you're so good at, you might want to sit down and think about it again and be like, wow, okay, I'm so good at this thing. Lord, what does this mean? What does this mean for your kingdom as well? So never stop yourself from even having dreams or even having visions, because remember, the Lord told Abraham, as far as your eyes can see, so will I give unto you. So once you've even figured out that purpose, it's okay to think of the next scale that purpose can be taken to. The Lord even loves when we're able to have those conversations with him, to see that so many lives on this earth get to know him and get to have that touch the Lord has given to just you and you alone. So please, and please start living a purpose-driven life today, because we're not just here like every other person on this earth. We are aliens on this earth, and the minute we start doing this, the world will be a better place. The world will literally be a better place. So I hope this video impacted you, and I need you to put down in the comment section what stood out to you the most. Until next time, keep living your best life with Christ at the center of it all. Bye bye.